Alrighty, welcome to a Vintage Cube Draft 4v4, my favorite. We have assembled a mighty collection of cubers today. I've got Alpha Frog on my team, I've got Team Jabra on my team, and I've got Crasha, one of the mods on LRcast even, on my team, battling against Sam Rolf, Jujubin, Karate Dom, and Eomatic. So, where are we starting? Well, we're starting with a Mox Emerald. You do like to see that. Passing Windswept Teeth and Gristlebrand? Alright, not bad at all. Unfortunately, the only bad thing is Sam Rolf's passing to us, and me and Sam Rolf both love the combo decks, so I'm going to have to keep in mind that it's a little more difficult to draft combo with Sam passing to me, though. Starting with a Mox, I could do anything I want. I expect Bean to probably take Heath or Gristlebrand, depending on what the first pick was, because everything else is quite a bit weaker. Okay, so this pack has some duels, some good ones too. Volk is pretty nice, Taiga's not bad. It's got Teferi Time Raveler and Grist the Hunger Tide. So they're both great planeswalkers. I like Teferi Time Raveler a little bit more than Grist. I find that shutting off your opponents from casting spells is a pretty potent effect. And it randomly messes up stuff like Shelldock Isle or what have you. But after taking Mox Emerald, it feels like it makes a lot more sense to take Grist, since you can just cast Grist off Mox and you can't cast Teferi quite as easily. Likewise, there's Volcanic, which I do like, but this is close. I wonder what Sam took. These cards are all just fine. I do like Grist a lot. It's a little bit committal, taking a green-black card. There's also an Ignoble Hierarch. Maybe I'll just do that. Taking a green Mox and a green Mana Dork, I think, is a pretty nice start. Oh, do I snap off Depths, aiming to wheel Crop Rotation or Elvish Reclaimer? I actually think I do, because what else am I going to take in this pack? Had I taken Teferi, I guess I'd take Spell Queller or like Hallowed Fountain, but with an Ignoble and Mox Emerald, seeing Crop Rotation and Elvish Reclaimer. All right, we're taking Depths here. And, oh, nice. We're going to follow up with a Hex Drinker. Okay, I've liked the direction I've gone. I felt like it was like, in Indiana Jones, I chose wisely. Well, I didn't choose poorly. Basically, there was just a couple different directions I could go, and I like the pick that I made. It's kind of the opposite of when you decide between a blue-white card and a black-green card. Take the blue-white card and see a bunch of black-green. Anyways, I'm going to take Hex Drinker over Sylvan. But it's also a good sign that I think two of the best cards in the pack are the Hex Drinker and the Sylvan, with maybe Chandra and blue-black Talisman in competition as well. So having all the best cards in my pack be green is where I want to be. Oh, wow. Prismatic Vista 5th. I'm going to take that over Lotus Cobra. A land that taps for any color and is a fetch land is just so valuable. There's a Thalia, and a Tali, and a Cobra in the pack. Also a Savannah. Green duels are nice, but I'm going to take the Prismatic Vista here, and I'm kind of thinking I just take Eternal Witness. I also do love Upheaval, but we're looking like lands a little more than we are an Upheaval deck. If I had a Fast Bond, obviously that'd be a little different. What are the other options? The other option would be taking Palantir of Warthonk, which I think is pretty good. It's a good thing to accelerate out early. Maybe I just take that. One of the reasons to take Palantir as well is it's colorless. Passing being a Witness that he probably can't use versus just taking a Palantir that I can use is nice. And look, I just take Elvish Mystic now. Wildfire would mess me up. This card's really good against green decks. Deals 4 to each creature and each player sacks 4 lands. And Phantasmal Image is a great card, but let's just take that. Actually, let's make a few less rows here. We can probably suffice with this many. Okay. So we've got 2 1-drop Mana Dorks, a Hex Drinker, and a Mox. Good acceleration. A Depths, which we're looking for Thespian Stage or Vampire Hex Mage, though Stage would be a lot nicer. And a Palantir. Plus, Prismatic Vista to fix our mana. So, all in all, I really do like where we're at here. We've got good green signals. So far, haven't seen much in the way of black. Like very few good black cards. Some blue with like Phantasmal Image here. A little bit of red, Rolling Earthquake's decent, but it kind of feels like Sam is more likely to be like some combination of Grixis colors rather than anything else. But I guess we'll have to see how this shakes out. Okay, this pack, you can't go past me a Retrofitter. I'll just take it. I will, actually. I do like Chain Lightning. Show and Tell can be nice, and Waterlogged Grove is decent, but if I take Retrofitter this early, I could get Tolarian Academy or Gaia's Cradle. You never know. This pack has Maelstrom Pulse, Haywire Might. Mana Confluence. I'm feeling like my mana is pretty good where I don't necessarily need Confluence. Pulse I found to be pretty replaceable. I'm going to take Haywire Might because this gives me a decent inroad into artifacts, is good with Trinket Mage, and I think overall Haywire Might has a good potential here. That would be my 4th artifact, so I'm really set up for Academy. Oh, easy Taiga here over like Godless Shrine and Seachrome Coast. Okay, Crop Rotation didn't wheel, which is a shame, but I'm going to take Elvish Reclaimer, and Elvish Reclaimer is not as good as Crop Rotation, but still good. All right, now we just take Rex Sage over Abrupt Decay. Wow, Lotus Cobra came back? That's a gift. And here, I guess I'll take Dire Fleet Daredevil. Oh, and I don't even have to face the Wildfire. All right. Well, this is a good start. I like where we're at. These are the sideboard cards here on the bottom, though. These I don't think I'm very likely to do much with. Okay, so we've got a Mox, a bunch of Mana Dorks. 3 Mana Dorks, actually. 3 with the Elvish Reclaimer. Oh, and another Mox. Oh, yeah. Passing up on an Urza Saga, which is a shame, but it's okay. Mox Pearl's still better. Okay, now that we have Mox Pearl, a little more inclined to want to draft white. What's going to be taken? Saga, Chrome Mox, Bauble, Strix, Burst Lightning, Troll, Brazen Borrower. Yeah, we're probably not going to get much back, but I'm not complaining about a double Mox opener. This pack has nothing super great for us, but I will take Tireless Tracker. I like Tracker, especially with good acceleration. Good with the fetch land too. Ketria Triome I don't think is necessary. I have all green cards anyway. I like Chrome Host Seed Shark, but I don't have very many non-creature spells. And I think Tracker is quite a bit better than Sakura Tri-Builder. So let's take the Tracker. Not the most exciting second pick, but oh, there's a Tolarian Academy. There's also a Strip Mine and a Parallax Wave, but I'm going to take Academy. I have double Mox, Retrofitter, Palantir, Haywire Might. Tireless Tracker also works with Academy. Oh yeah. You can't just be out here passing me Tolarian Academies. I will just take them every time. Now we're just missing a Thespian stage, and we're like in great shape here. The one thing we're a little light on is interaction. We've got a Haywire Might, and not a whole lot else that interacts here. But Rex Sage also. So we have 2 ways to blow up enchantments and artifacts. We don't have a lot of ways to interact with creatures, but that's okay. Okay, so now with Academy and 2 Moxes, I'm a little more inclined to take Craterhoof Behemoth here. I mean, this Dark Depths may or may not make the cut, but Behemoth, if I can ramp up to it, is pretty nice. Hexdrinker's another way to kill, by the way. Yeah, I think Wall of Roots is replacement level enough. I mean, it's one of the better ramp spells, but I have Mystic, Ignoble, and Lotus Cobra already, so let's just take the Craterhoof here. And kind of interested in this exploration. There's also Fertile Ground. Ooh, Reckoner Bankbuster's nice. Colonnade. Maybe I take Bankbuster, though. Bankbuster with Academy is pretty dope. And just another way to gas up with all this acceleration. And then if I wheel Exploration or Fertile Ground or Proving Ground, I'll be happy enough. Yeah, I kind of like that, actually. Let's take the Bankbuster. Plus, this ramps me to Craterhoof, gets me a treasure. Exploration is nice with Tireless Tracker, but I'd rather take the colorless card. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, there's an Urza and a Mystic Forge and an Underworld Breach, but we are not a Breach deck, and we are definitely an Urza deck with Retrofitter, Bankbuster. Yeah, no, we found our second color here. And passing up on, like I said, Breach. There's a chance Mystic Forge comes back. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah, I think this is going to get hated before it comes back, even if no one else can use it. All right, we're going to get these red cards out. We don't need to see those. All right. Well, our first blue card was Mishra, but that's cool. Or Urza, rather. Can I take Mox Opal here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I think I'm going to take Mox Opal and just go harder into artifacts here. I don't think I want Raphelos. I think that's the opposite direction. Raphelos is one of the ramp spells I don't tend to play quite as often. And just getting past Academy and Urza alongside Bankbuster, Palantir, Retrofitter feels like a lot of direction to go into artifacts. I'm going to put the depths down here so we remember we need to pick something up for that. But the blue artifact deck, or sorry, the green artifact deck is one I actually like drafting a lot. That or I'm just obsessed with Tolarian Academy. But I don't know. It just keeps doing great for me. So I am not complaining. Obviously, when you open 2 Moxes, that also helps your Tolarian Academy dreams here. And Elvish Reclaimer can go get Tolarian Academy, so that part's nice too. Just need a way to convert all this blue mana into green, which Emerald and Opal help with. And we can get a Craterhoof up. Imagine spinning Urza for 5 mana and flipping Craterhoof. I would say that's the dream as well. Okay, here I think Hydroid Krasis or Nissa are going to be the pick. I don't need Jetmir's Garden. Leovold, I don't really want to add another color if I don't have to, especially since this Mox, the Mox Pearl and the Taiga don't help. So Krasis as a mana sink or Nissa as a mana ramp. They're both pretty good. Nissa's a slightly stronger card. I think I'd just take the Nissa. Oh, Bauble Wield? Okay, we don't pass that up. Over Ulvenwald Oddity? Sure. Okay, Ketria Triumph versus Sakura Tribe Elder versus Worldly Tutor versus Hangerback Walker. I think I'd rather have Ketria Triumph. Just having a blue-green tri-land, which can help any future fetch lands. And I think Sakura Tribe Elder is pretty replaceable. All right, I guess I'd rather have a Raging Ravine. Because I already have this Taiga and this Triumph. It makes the red splash basically free. I could take Cloud Skate. I could take Mortars as a way to interact. I could take World Spine Worm in case I pick up Flash, exactly. Or like maybe Sneak Breach. Well, I'll spec on the World Spine Worm. I don't mind speculating. I'll take Ether Channeler, probably not play that. I don't mind. Well, if I'm not going to play Ether Channeler, actually I'm just going to hate the Corpse Dance here. I think, okay, Manglehorn came back. I don't really want that over X-Age. I knew Exploration wasn't going to come back. And then Terra Sunder, another card I'm probably not going to play. Okay, what do we got here? All right, well, there's an Atroxa. I do love Atroxa. Can't really play Force Negation. I have literally 1 blue card. There's Sylvan Caryatid, which is decent. There's Green Suns, which actually looks really good because it's a way to sink 9 mana or 4 mana or 2 mana, and even getting Hex Drinker is nice. What do I take here? I'm kind of thinking like Green Suns is the pick. It just feels like this is a perfect Green Suns deck where I have good cheap cards, good medium cards, and a good expensive card. I do love Atroxa, though. Is passing this a mistake just because it enables so many decks? I took the World Spine. You know what? I'm going to take the Atroxa. I'm going to wheel a green card. I don't know that I'm going to get to play it, but I just really don't want to pass an Atroxa. I just feel like that can often be a mistake. Okay, I might just hate the Archon of Cruelty now. There's also an Entomb, though. So maybe it doesn't make sense because it's passing a good Reanimator card either way. I don't really care about Scrapwork Mutt. This is not really a Questing Beast deck. Third Path Iconoclast would be... No, it's not really enabled here. You know what? I kind of think I'm just going to take the Archon, and then I'm just going to keep the ability to take some kind of sneak card open here. Oh, there's Flash. And Flash with World Spine Worm or Atroxa is great. Okay. That works out for me, yeah. Also, Flash Craterhoof is not crazy. If you have 4 creatures in play, it's just like casting an Overrun for +4/+4. All right, so we're taking the Flash here and putting World Spine Worm and Atroxa in. This Corpse Dance actually might be plausible. We'll see. This pack, oh, here's a new card. Virtue of Persistence. 1 in a black, instant, give a creature -3/-3, gain 2 life, and a 7-mana spell that reanimates something every turn. Really strong card. This is a tough pick, because Noble's great. Trinket Mage also looks really good with Retrofitter, Mishra's Bauble, 2 Moxes, and Haywire Might. Honestly, Trinket Mage looks better than Noble here, and then I can wheel Candelabra, which I would play in this deck. All right. Let's do that. Oh, and there's Thespian Stage. Yeah, we'll take Thespian Stage. We'll just, once again, have a lot of combos in our deck. And taking that over True Name Nemesis, Blue Talisman, Ponder. I mean, those are all fine cards, but... All right, let's take the cards I'm not going to play out. I think I'm doing pretty good here. This is 22 playables. Yeah, this is doing great. Here we've got Daze, Mystic Confluence, and Lorien Revealed. I might just take Mystic Confluence here. I think over Dismember is probably fine. Yeah, Mystic Confluence, pretty strong card. So, looking pretty good here. Let's see. In terms of blue-green fixing, I guess we're not really playing red, but we've got the Ketria. We have a Pearl, a Mox Opal. I'm just trying to decide whether it makes sense to play any sources for Atroxa. Oh, there's a Gaia's Cradle. I'm in the Retrofitter Gaia's Cradle deck again. Yeah. All right, we're in. Never say no. Let's slam it. 7th pick Gaia's Cradle. All right, so we've got a lot of combos going here, but I actually like all of them, and I think there's a couple of green cards that might end up wheeling. Okay, the Archon ended up being just a hate draft. That's fine. Oh, a blue-green land? Yes, we're in. Yeah, we're not. Dreamholds is actually cute, but I don't think we need to do that. We could just take Breeding Pool here and make our mana better. So we actually have really good mana. This is with 7. I mean, we even have room for a couple more playables, because right now this is 17 lands, which is really 16 with Dark Depths, but then 18 with the 2 Moxes, not counting Mox Opal specifically yet. I'm not sure if I'm even going to play the Mox Opal, but I think there's a decent chance. Okay, the Green Sun's wheeled, and that's a way to cast Atroxa? Yeah. There's also Knight of the Reliquary, which can go get all my lands, but I think I just play blue-green here. That seems great. Scrapwork Mutt is a kind of cute way to discard, but then I'm still not playing this Corpse Dance over here, so I think I'd rather just take a Worm Coil as a sideboard card. I'm not going to play the Omnath, right? I guess actually, could this deck play Omnath? I actually think there's a decent chance I could. Okay, Bayou. Bayou is a way to backdoor cast Atroxa kind of for free, which I actually think is pretty valuable. Okay, Candelabra wheeled, and now that I have Cradle and Academy, I'm going to take Candelabra. Oh, blue-green Talisman as well. Okay, well, take a Lightning Greaves and a Mindslaver. All right, we're going to have to make some good cuts, but I like where this deck's going. All right, so we got to cut a couple cards here. So what are we trying to balance here? Well, we're trying to balance Depth Stage, but that's easy enough because that's a 2-card package. And I was going to play Elvish Reclaimer anyway, thanks to Academy Cradle being busted. We're trying to balance artifacts for Academy, creatures for Cradle. Okay. Those mostly work together, but obviously there's some overlap. And then we also have this like flash thing. Let's see. Currently, we are at 35 cards with 8 lands, which means if I add 5 more lands, we'll have 13 lands. Really 12 if you count depths. That's clearly not enough. We've got to cut a couple cards. I think I like Atroxa, Green Suns, like Flash, World Spine, Crater Hoof. I like all those. Nissa can probably go because it's an expensive card that doesn't work with the rest of what I've got going on. Is there any reason to play this Taiga? Well, Omnath is probably just going to go, because if I cut Omnath, I don't really need to Prismatic Vista for Mountain or Plains, and I'd rather not do that. Look, I'm going to try to cast Atroxa off just Bayou, Mox Pearl, Mox Emerald. Well, the Emerald doesn't help. Ignoble and Bayou for black, Pearl and Cobra for white, because it's backup plan. It's not really like my main plan. Let's see. So this is now 15 land, really 14 because the depth doesn't count, but up to 16 because of the Moxes. Another question is, can I get away with Mox Opal? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 artifacts. I think I can. Oh, plus Trinket Mage, and maybe I just cut. Cutting. The problem with cutting Rex Sage is I have Gaia's or a Green Sun Zenith, so Rex Sage is looking pretty nice. Let me just go add some lands here. And it's also nice that I'm just a straight blue-green deck. I don't need to play any other lands. So maybe this actually works out okay to play. Let's see, if I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue, plus Talisman is 8 blue, Cobra's 9 blue, and then this would be 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9 primary green. I mean, this is like one. Is there something I can cut to play one more land? I love Candelabra in this deck, by the way. I mean, Mystic Confluence would maybe be the card. Or it's possible I could cut Craterhoof. Craterhoof seems pretty nice in this deck, though. There's also Palantir. Maybe is Palantir worse than playing a land? How much? The Palantir is nice because it's another artifact for Academy and Mox Opal. I also have some expensive cards, so they'll probably let me draw cards. So 15 land, really, Dark Depth doesn't count. So 14 land plus Emerald and Pearl make it 16 lands plus Mox Opal. But also, Gaia's Cradle and Tolarian Academy aren't necessarily lands that tap for mana. They need something to happen before then, so I'm kind of wondering if I can cut one. There's also, is there a chance I can cut Lotus Cobra? Probably not. I don't think that's probably a good idea. So really it's, I have Haywire Might. Okay, we can just cut Rexage then. Because Haywire Might is kind of, it's not Green Sun Zenithable, but you can Trinket Mage for it. Okay, and then I can add one more Forest. All right. I like this deck. This deck is awesome. And yeah, let's see how this one does. Alrighty, time for round one. And I'm going to keep this hand. Obviously, I would like a green, but this hand has turn 2 Bankbuster, turn 3 Trinket Mage for Emerald, play Ignoble, and we can go from there. Oh, or I can just draw Prismatic Beast on turn 1. That also works. Let's get our Forest. Play Ignoble Hierarch. It's so funny because Juju Bean is going to like see the Ignoble and like, you know, looks like, oh, Forest Ignoble, okay. And then it's just going to soon become clear. I'm a Tolarian Academy deck, baby. Let's go Trinket Majorino. Let's get a Mox Emerald, Mox, and Reclaimer. And then next turn, we can Bank Buster and start busting up those banks. I'm worried about a sweeper here. Okay, that's not a sweeper. Oh, that's a retrofitter. Any retrofitters? Any bank busters? Any Tolarian Academies? Oh yeah. Hit for 3 and pass the turn. And unless JJ's got a pretty sick turn here, I'm feeling pretty good about this. I mean, we'll see what this is. Oh, that's not going to be nearly good enough. All right, so let's go 3. I have 4 mana. Let's make an idiot. And let's sack an island. Let's get Gaia's Cradle. Oh, we're on our... we're back on our bullshit again, baby. Yeah, this is the stuff. Mox Opal. Let's go land. Let's make a servo. Tap this, tap this. Let's cast Green Suns for 8. And let's get Craterhoof Behemoth. And do I want to make anything else in response? No, I don't need to. All right, well. That's not a bad turn 4. I got to show my team. This is what this deck's trying to do, and oh yeah, baby, we are happy doing it. This is my happy place. Not gonna lie, like this is just exactly what I want to be doing in Cube. And every time I get Retrofitter, Academy, Cradle, or some combination thereof, I'm just like, yes. Playing against like Esper Control. Yeah, we sure are. So I'm happy that we got to combo off real hard there. It's turn 4. I had access to like 20 mana, and do have to worry about probably got that Teferi Time Raveler if I had to guess. Maybe has Entomb. I'm glad I cut the Archon and the Atraxa. The cool thing is my deck ended up the nuts, and I still got to hate draft some good cards. I always like when that happens. I also have these like Mondo combos. Also taking Flash, like I don't know what's up, what Bean is doing. the rest of his deck could have control cards, it could have animate cards, but there's a decent chance if I passed Atroxa and then Archon and then Flash, that we'd be looking at it he would have incorporated those into his deck. But luckily for me, I didn't have to. I got to take them, and they're actually pretty good in the deck. So happy enough how that turned out. Also, I'm probably not going to expect just the turn 2, or turn 1, Island, Pearl, Flash, and World Spineworm go. Let's see what sideboard technology can have. I have some good anti-artifact sideboards too as well. I have Terra Sunder and Manglehorn and Rex Sage. So artifacts and enchantments, I guess these were good cards to hate, so they don't get to be played against me. Manglehorn especially would be annoying. Okay. Game 2 here. On the draw, and yeah, we're keeping this one. This one's also a really nice one. So let's see. Turn 1. Oh man, look at this. Turn 1 Ignoble, go. Drawing the Bauble means I'm going to have an explosive turn 2. Baleful Strix, oh wow. Sweet Summer Child. Let's go. Mishra's Bauble. How do I want to do this? Let's see. If I cast Bankbuster, and then I could cast Lotus Cobra, and then play Academy, add a mana, play Candelabra, tap Academy for 2, untap Academy, have 1 floating, tap it, play Bankbuster, but I can't use it. Alternatively, I can go Bankbuster, play Academy, tap it for 2, play Candelabra, untap Academy, use Bankbuster. So basically, I can either play Cobra or use Bankbuster. I think I'd rather use the Bankbuster. So let's cast Bankbuster. Cast Candelabra. Untap Academy. And I could use it now. I think, yeah, I'll use it now. If I draw a Mox or a Retrofitter, I'll be pretty glad I used it now. The only downside to using it now is that I end up in a spot where if I drew, let's say I drew a Urza and then I got Thoughtseize, that sort of thing. But we're outmanning JJ here by 1,000,000. Okay. Oh, okay, this is good. This can compete. I don't think this is going to be enough, but we'll see. We'll see. Now that I know he's a Tinker deck, that obviously could change things too. What can I do this turn? I guess I'll start with Bankbuster, because I could, if I play, no, let's just start by using Bankbuster here. Hope to draw another creature, basically. That is a creature. Let's go Lotus Cobra, Prismatic Vista, crack it, add blue, 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 play Urza, and then now I can tap this for a blue, untap Academy, tap this for 5 or 4, tap this, spin Urza. Yeah, hit a Mox, all right. And then next turn I can Crater Hoof for millions of damage here. I'm probably going to chump the Battle Sphere with the Lotus Cobra since I really don't need it to win here. And this keeps me alive for an additional turn. Okay. Block. And then we'll see. He's got to have a counterspell for Crater Hoof, or I don't think a removal spell will do it, especially since I can make an additional creature with the Bankbuster here. Because Crater Hoof's going to be +4/+4, so that's 9, 18, 23, 27 if all the creatures I have in play attack. But we'll find out. Let's see. If he kills Urza, I can still cast Crater Hoof, because right now the Candelabra can also filter blue into green here. and I have 5 artifacts, so I can easily cast Crater Hoof. If it's just, I guess it wouldn't be just 3 because I can make the pilot off of the Bankbuster, and then I can crew the Bankbuster. So I'll have enough creatures that Crater Hoof plus Noble Construct is very easily lethal. And I guess we'll just have to see. He's got 1 play, maybe 1 play here. We'll see. All right, no plays end of turn. Yeah, Elvish Mystic. Actually, let's go tap this for a blue, draw a card. Who knows, maybe we'll draw Cradle. All right, didn't draw Cradle. Okay, untap these 3. All right, I'm just going to cast Crater Hoof. See if this resolves. If it does, then I just win. And if it doesn't, I get to spin Urza, and I haven't quite lost yet. I guess I can crew this here. I mean, you can't Cryptic here, so Infernal Grasp that. Sure, yeah, it wasn't even close. All right, well, that is that, and that was textbook what this deck's trying to do. Let's get on to the next round. I can't wait. All right, time for round 2, battling against Dom. Let's see. What is Dom up to? Dom is up to channel stuff, I think. Oh, yep, channel Reanimate. All right, what do we got here? Oh. All right, well, we'll keep this hand. This hand's a funny one, but I think it actually is going to work out just fine. We're going to go turn 1 Bankbuster, I think. And then we can go turn 2 Tireless Tracker or Cobra. Dark Depths adds a mana for Cobra. Drawing World Spine Worm's interesting. This deck can also cast World Spine Worm, by the way. No, my Bankbuster. That's a shame. All right, that changes things pretty dramatically. Let's go Cobra, Depths, add a green, play an Elvish Mystic. And now any land lets us start accumulating clues off Tracker. So that wouldn't be bad. We don't have a ton of mana, especially if something else gets killed. Okay, Fertile Ground is fine. Getting Shriek Mod, probably my Lotus Cobra, which is good. Oh no, he's killing the Elvish Mystic, probably because he saw the Depths and was like, huh, you're short on mana. All right, well, let's go Academy, Hex Drinker, Pump Hex Drinker, Pump Hex Drinker, Pump Hex Drinker, attack. Now, any land is great, and I can cast most of my spells. So, plus Thespian Stage would be a great draw. Flash would be a great draw. We're operating under a lot of outs, despite getting 2 of my things killed. Bankbuster would have been a nice one, but good thing is this also puts Dom down to 4 cards in hand. So, I mean, obviously there's a lot of powerful combinations you can have off 4 cards, but we're doing some attritioning. Oh, Bones Shards, discarding Zagoth Triumph, sure. Into Grist. Wow, we're just killing all my stuff. All right. Land. Okay, so let's go. Hold on. Do I attack with Cobra? 1 card in hand? No, let's just go Tireless Tracker. Land. Add a green. And let's crack this, leaving a green floating. Who knows, we could draw something. No, we didn't. All right. Let's pass the turn. And at this point, he can -2 the Grist to kill the Tireless Tracker, but then the Cobra gets to attack and kill Grist if he doesn't have another creature or removal spell. Okay. So we're just plussing, and what's our next play? Please don't kill Tracker. Shallow Grave the Shriek Mod to kill the Tracker. Nice. Okay. I guess I'll take it. I'm at 16. Land 4. We're not quite to casting. Here, let's do this. Why not? We're not quite to casting World Spine here. How far away are we? We're at 6. Yeah, we're pretty far. Okay, well, I have a lot of outs. I've got And he's killed 1 to 2 of my permanents every turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4 removal spells in a row so far, plus a grist. So let's and reanimating the Tireless Tracker, playing our last card as a land. Okay. I have a ton of action that if I draw it, I win the game. So let's just hope that I find something. I mean, killed 4 of my things so far, which is a good amount of disruption for sure. Okay. Action. That does count as action. Let's just pass the turn here, and I'm just going to go for end of turn stage depths. I mean, what are you going to do? Dom has to have an instant speed way to kill it. That's a lot of extra cards, but you're going to run out of mana pretty quick here, because you get to crack clues and crack horizon canopies and do your thing, but I'm just going to go end of turn to stage my depths. All right, mill the Custodial Lich. That also doesn't do it with the reanimate. Crack a clue with Tireless Tracker. Already played a land. Has to have almost literally Swords to Plowshares. Sorcery speed. I'm just gonna take it, I guess. Go to 6 here. I don't know. If this doesn't work, then so be it. Keep this one. Make it 2020, and that's game. All right. Killed all my stuff, and then I depsed you right out. Haywire Might looks like it could be kind of bad. And Terra Sunder. Without being able to kick it, I'm not super into it. I might just play Nissa. Just putting another action card in sounds like a little bit better than having Haywire Might in the deck. Haywire Might is nice because it enables Academy and all that other stuff, but I don't know. From what I saw, Dom didn't have much that targeted that. I mean, I guess there's Fertile Ground, but I don't know. How are we feeling about this? I think I can mulligan this. It's like a 5-land hand. Okay, this one does a little bit of cooking. Let's put Craterhoof back. I'm going to keep the World Spine because if I draw Flash World Spine is great. So that seems worth it. All right, let's just play Ketria Triumph here. This is a kind of bad 6, to be honest, but it's got outs to do some cool stuff. And we'll see. Okay, I mean, I have a lot of mana here. Let's just play a land and say go. I just don't need to dump all this mana stuff in, and by playing Cobra, I'm just giving Dom a target for removal. So I'd rather kind of wait on that till I have something to do with it. Okay. Yeah, we'll play Ignoble. It's fine. We'll just wait again. If I draw Academy, I'm pretty close to casting World Spine Worm, I think. I'm even slow rolling the Vista because I can just cast Cobra and then play Vista next turn. Oh, nice. I like that. That's a good use of Pulse here for me. Oh, Mystic Confluence. Let's see. Candelabra. Mox. So if I cast Cobra, I don't have... I'm just going to do this then. I can't Confluence this turn, but now by having all that stuff in play, I can Confluence next turn. Had I cast Candelabra earlier, I would be able to Confluence, but I did not do that. I'm probably going to just cast Confluence as a draw 3, though I guess depending on what happens this turn, if he doesn't have anything good in play, then next turn I can just pass with 5 mana up and then Confluence. Can I literally cast World Spine if I draw Academy? 3, 5, 10, 11. If the World Spine Worm, or sorry, if the Lotus Cobra is still in play, yes, the answer is yes, I can. Dom's on 5 mana, has access to all... By the way, you can add... I forgot to update. The cube, you can add snow-covered lands. because there's Arkham's Astrolabe in the cube now. So if you draft it, you can play Snow-Covered Basics if you want, which has been a cool addition. So I assume Dom has it in the deck somewhere. I'm not loving this. Whatever's going on over here, I'm feeling like something bad's going to happen. Okay, Evoking Shriekmaw. That's a fine start. We'll take that. We're going to Leyline Binding the Mox Emerald. Okay. I mean, that does shut off my Mystic Confluence, I guess. If Elvish Reclaimer lives, then I get to go get Academy, and then I'm back in it. Oh, there's the Astrolabe. Nice. I kind of feel like Elvish Reclaimer's not going to live, though. Uh-oh. This could be bad. Entomb Shallow Grave. Okay. Damn. So I guess Dom drew the last piece. Sure. I mean, I have to sack all my permanents, I guess. There's Thespian Stage. I assume I'm going to lose now. I mean, yeah, all right. That's going to be enough. Okay, well, I guess don't have that happen. I don't think I want to board in Rex Sage to kill Leyline Binding. Terra Sunder kills Leyline Binding. Yeah, no, we're good. Okay, let's play first. See what's up here. The one thing I could have done different that game is I could have played the Candelabra earlier, and I guess in retrospect I wish I had, because then I would have had Confluence up at least. All right, play Ketria Triumph, play Bauble. Gonna get an Academy out here, so I don't really want to sack the Bauble yet. Hoping that this Reckoner Bankbuster lives. Let's go Bayou, sure. Bayou, Bankbuster. What is going on? Am I disconnected or something? Okay, that was weird. Pass, and gonna slow roll the Academy because no reason for him to know. Uh-oh, are we getting Entombed right away? That would be scary. Revoker. Oh man, if I had seen Revoker, I would have brought in Reclamation Sage for sure. Okay. Reckoner Bankbuster is going to get named here. I think I still wait on Bauble. And maybe I wait a turn on... Oh, I guess playing Academy actually would have worked out better for this Green Suns. Because I could Green Suns for Tracker. But, oh, this is going to work out actually fine. So let's go... Trinket Mage, yes. Retrofitter. Play Retrofitter, pass the turn. And then now I've got Academy Retrofitter with 3 artifacts out. And then next turn, I can Green Suns for Tireless Tracker. Okay. Can't really attack. Oh, or I could just draw it. Let's see. I guess I still just go Tracker... Play Thespian Stage, make a Clue, and I'm just gonna make a Retrofitter Foundry token, I think. So I don't need to tap my mana yet. Let's just attack. Oh, I should have attacked with Bankbuster too. That was stupid. I just didn't even really factor that in. All right. Well, as long as we don't get Emrakul like this turn, I think I'm gonna win. I'm a little scared, but let's see. Kogla the Titan Ape. Okay. Sure. Let's go Retrofitter. Create a servo. Draw. Right now, I can tap Academy for 5 mana, so I can put a Crater Hoof into play. What if I Retrofitter first? I'm 1 short of putting a Crater Hoof into play, but if I put a Crater Hoof into play, hold on, let's see. Let me just check this. So if I make a token, play a land, Academy taps for 6 mana. Okay, so let's say I can't do it now. Let's say I just make Crater Hoof, and then in response to the Crater Hoof trigger, I crew the Bank Buster with the Crater Hoof. I'll have 5 creatures in play. Crater Hoof does 10, 17, 23. Is that right? No, sorry. Crater Hoof doesn't attack. The Bank Buster does 9, 15, 20. So it's not quite lethal, but the Kogla has to block. Let's see if the Kogla blocks the servo and the Revoker blocks takes. Wait, no, there's only 4 creatures in play. To get my math right. 4 creatures in play. That does 8. No, this isn't quite good enough, though. The Kogla attacking is going to get to blow up something, probably Retrofitter Foundry. And there's really no way to get... Oh, I can't even crew the Bank Buster, because that's an activated ability. Okay, so I'm just like completely wrong here. Let's see if I just Crater Hoof, I'll get 3 creatures in play. That's 8. Yeah, that's not enough. So let's just go land, Palantir, and pass the turn here. That seems good enough. All right, scry. Bottom. And let's see what Dom does. Mill Ignoble, take 1, sure. And Swamp Cycle, acceptable. So right now I can... Okay, Astrolabe's fine. I can Academy, make a Retrofitter. 6 mana, 4 mana, untap. I can make 2 tokens, basically. And I assume you kill Retrofitter here. It's kind of wild. It would be kind of wild not to, is my guess. Okay. Create a servo. And I'm just going for max number of tokens. I think that's going to be ideal here. All right, well, Crater Hoof's going to be well more than lethal now. Assuming nothing gets killed here. Not that that's necessarily going to be the case, but... Well, not even nothing gets killed. I think I can still win even if like some of this stuff gets killed. I just need like Dom to not play like a sweeper or something. Okay, Hex Drinker. Academy taps for 7, so that means I can play Hex Drinker and cast Green Suns for 8 and cast and get Crater Hoof. And that should do it. Crater Hoof Behemoth. Boom. Boom shakalaka. All right. And that'll do it. 2-0. Let's see if we can get the clean sweep here. All right. Battling Sam Rolfe game 3 or match 3 and this is a kind of a slow hand. Honestly, this deck's busted. I can do better. Oh, what does this hand do? Because that other hand was like turn 3 Trinket Mage, turn 4 who knows what. This hand I can go turn 1 Candelabra. If I don't draw a land, this hand becomes really bad. I think I mulligan this. Okay, this I'll keep. I'll put Haywire Might back and Island back. And then I'm going to go turn 1 Triome. Turn 2 I'm going to Green Suns for an Elvish Reclaimer. And then hopefully start to get some good retrofittering up. Oh, we're going to slide in some anti-artifact stuff. Oh. Well, isn't that a pleasant little surprise? All right, let's just go retrofitter into Hex Drinker then. Drawing Tolarian Academy has been pretty nice. Pass the turn. So Sam's got to have a Mox or something to make this Urza Saga play make sense, or Ancient Tomb. Yeah. Let's make a token. And then pump the Hex Drinker twice. And then pass the turn. Let him make a construct. I think we're going to try to set up for a Crater Hoof win here. Maybe I should have attacked with the Hex Drinker to offer to trade for one of the constructs. Because they're going to be 4/4s now? Yeah, probably should have. Oh, it doesn't have something to get. That's huge, actually. So it just has the Mox. Interesting. Land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can make it a 7. I can also retrofitter. Make a token. Let's make a token. Let's just start pumping Hex Drinker here. And then pass. And then now I'm not going to attack because I'll just use the Hex Drinker to keep the golems back. Unless he plays an artifact this turn, in which case I'm going to take some damage. But I don't mind that too much. And then I think I can Crater Hoof to death in 2 turns. Let's see. Guess it'll depend what I draw. Or if he does something. Krasis for 2. That's not very scary. Draw. The World Spine Worm. Create a thing. I think I actually go, let's see. No, I think I actually don't even level up the Hex Drinker here. Because I think I just make 2 more tokens and then next turn I can just Green Suns. No! My Tolarian Academy. There goes my grand plan. Okay. Playing against Strip Mine is pretty annoying. Alright, well, that's going to have to be quite the adjustment here. What a draw. What a draw. I don't like it when my opponents interact with me. It's unfair. Oh, and we're loaming back Strip Mine and Urza Saga. Very nice. Alright, well, let's draw. Let me see what I can get here with my... I can get Elvish Reclaimer, but that doesn't really do much. I think I might do this. And then we're going to start going in on the Hex Drinker plan here. I'll let you play your loam games, I suppose. Land, and then Green Suns for 1. Actually, maybe I do get Elvish Reclaimer. The one thing that's nice about Elvish Reclaimer is now Sam has to leave an untapped Strip Mine up, or I go end of turn, get Gaia's Cradle. Also, can't really attack with the Saga tokens very well here. Okay, Jar is fine. I mean, I can, but I can block 1 and then sack Retrofitter. All right, let's get another green. It's free to do this. Also, if I draw Gaia's Cradle, oh, I just drew that. All right, well, let's attack with this and then pass the turn. And I don't think Sam's going to let me go get Cradle and use it. So I think he's going to play the Strip Mine and keep the mana untapped, but Reclaimer makes him play honest. Oh, he didn't do that. Oh, he's cracking Jar. I think, hold on. So if I use Reclaimer, I can put Cradle into play. The downside is if I draw Cradle off the Jar, that's not good. But I think I'm going to win enough if I do that. And I want to draw Mystic Confluence. Yep, there's Mystic Confluence because that's my only piece of interaction to whatever it is he's doing here. Okay. This is binning. Oh, he dredged Loam as one of the 3. Interesting. Underworld Breach. I'm going to Mystic Confluence that. Counter target spells, controller pays 3, return target creature to its owner's hand. So you got to pay 6 to breach here. Remand. Okay. You got a breach. Do you have a way to make mana? Because he has breach, brain freeze. And that's 1, 2 birds. Sure. He's already played a land. I mean, this is not nearly enough spells, right? This is one, yeah, not even close. All right. And I was, I guess, going to win on my turn. All right, so I think I want Rex Sage because killing Urza Saga seems pretty nice. I don't think I want Manglehorn as well. I think just the one. It's not like he has a ton of artifacts in his deck. He's kind of playing a value Saga. I think the Palantir can probably go in this case. All right. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, we'll keep this. At some point, I would like to draw Flash. I've drawn Worldspine Worm like 4 times, and I haven't drawn Flash yet. In this hand, I guess I just play turn 1 Bankbuster, Breeding Pool Mox Bankbuster. Turn 2, I can activate it and play Noble. That seems fine. Well, I guess play Noble, play Cradle, activate it is a little bit more likely. This hand's a little vulnerable to Strip Mine, but Strip Mine's going to be good against me no matter what. It's part of the reason that I didn't want to take out the Depths combo is like, if he Strip Mines me, so be it. Mox, Forest, Bankbuster, pass, Noble, okay. Just draw first and I'll pay the life and then play this. I want to keep the Vista in case I want to get an island with it. Like I could to cast Urza, for example. Here's where I would have liked him to draw Urza Saga for this Rex Sage here. If this Bankbuster goes, I'm not really doing a whole lot. Oh wow, it takes out the Mox. Okay, not a bad play, but works out well for me. Talisman, draw. Oh, now I'll just play this. I still want to be able to get an island with the other thing. Okay, we're gearing up here. If I had a white source, I could cast Atraxa. So keep that in mind. Sail to the west. Honestly, I'll take 7 new cards. I'll embark as well. Yeah, I'll draw 7. My hand was Worldspine Worm, and I'm glad I played the Cradle. That would have ended up being really good, actually. All right, there's Stage, Haywire Might, and Urza and Academy. So we're ready to generate some mana next turn. We're going to be serious on the mana. All right, draw. I can't keep a good worm down. So I might actually not want to play Academy, funnily enough. Because if I play Academy, I could leave up Thespian Stage. But I think I'll win next turn with Academy regardless. I don't think I need to go all in on the Stage thing. Okay. Haywire Might. Urza. Academy. So tap this for 5. I'm just gonna Bankbuster first. Okay. Tap this, spin Urza. Yeah. Oh, Tireless Tracker, sure. And then Haywire Might the Mox. And pass the turn, I guess. I can also I can activate Reclaimer here end of turn if I need to. I mean, Sam is in a lot of trouble here, I would imagine. Like next turn I'm just gonna have 20 mana. Well, that didn't help either. All right, that was the easiest 3-0 of my life. Let's see if my team can back it up. Already, you might be wondering why we're here. Well, I went 3-0. My 3 teammates went 1-2. That means we tied 6-6, and I get to play the tiebreaker. Bonus rounds, baby. I'd like to play first. Ooh, this is one of those fizzle hands where it's the Mox doesn't quite do it, the Cradle doesn't quite do it. Okay, I'm going to keep this hand. Put an island on the bottom. And then I'm going to go turn 1 Noble, Ignoble even. Turn 2... probably cast Palantir, and then hope to draw into one of my large drops in order to cast Flash. With Trinket Mage for a Mox behind that. Don't play Strip Mine, please. The other thing is, if Sam draws Strip Mine, he rolled a 5, by the way, but even if Sam draws Strip Mine, is he really going to fire off Strip Mine on a non-Academy Cradle land? Seems a little bit dicey. All right, land. Palantir, play Bauble. I think I am going to crack the Bauble here. Bottom. World Spine you. Take 11. No, I'll Bauble. This time I actually do want to see. Okay, so he's got Brain Freeze in hand. Good to know, I guess. Mox. Let's see if I'm going to get Ren and Sixth. Yep, I kind of thought that might happen. Okay, need to draw a land here, or just a big creature. Okay, well, Academy actually works. Let's go Trinket Mage. Yes, and here I'm just going to get Mox Emerald, I think. And don't think I have a reason to play the Mox. Yeah, I'll wait on the Mox. All right, bottom. All right, take a big hit. Ah, man, I milled all lands. But at least I haven't drawn the lands. But let's see. No Strip Mine, please. We can fade Strip Mine here. I'll be pretty happy. Sam's got 3 cards in hand. Brain Freeze and others. He knows that I have the Mox in hand. Next turn, I'll have 5 mana for a library here. Okay, Caryatid go. Let's go Mox Emerald. Go Green Suns for Tireless Tracker. Play Island. Make a clue. Pass the turn. Bottom. Oh, there's a Crater Hoof. All right, take 8. Milled 2 lands. Okay, are we sailing through the west? Or what are we doing here? Oh, Minsk and Boo. Okay. How bad is that for me? It's not that bad for him at 20. So the Tireless Tracker, he's not even going to attack. I think I am going to sack the clue here. Okay, another Green Suns. So right now I have, if I play the Catcher Triumph, I get a clue. Then I'll have 4, 7 mana. I can Green Suns for 6. So I can't quite Green Suns for Atroxa here. Let's see. 3, 7. I think I just cracked the clue then. Because if I draw any action here, Mox isn't actually terrible. Chill, dog, chill. Let's play the Mox. And the question is, do I want the Tireless Tracker to go down? Here. I can attack Minsk and Boo with both. This is awkward. Let me look at my deck real quick, just to make sure I don't have anything else. Yeah, I've got nothing I can Green Suns for that has a direct effect right now. If I had a Sakura Tribelder or something, that would be different. I'm just debating whether I attack with Tracker. The problem is if I don't attack with Tracker, next turn he just throws the Boo at the Tracker. So I'm going to attack Minsk and Boo with Tireless Tracker, and then I think I attack... Do I want to hit Minsk and Boo? No, I attack him with that. All right, yep, you block there. Take 2. End of turn. Bottom. Probably not gonna let me. I mean, you got to let me draw a card now, right? How greedy do you have to be? Can I just? All I wanted to find was a World Spine Worm. If I saw that with Palantir, it's a win-win. Either I draw it or I nug for $1 million. All right, so here's Minskin Boo getting the action, and then Jace the Mind Sculptor. Okay. I could flash in Urza. Flashing in Urza doesn't seem great, except, hold on. I think if I flash in Urza to get the construct, oh, I can also just pay for Urza. Oh, yeah. And then next turn I can just Crater Hoof. That sounds amazing. I mean, he could have Force of Will, but I guess I'm not that worried about that. All right. Because you can pay, yeah, I can actually pay the Urza price. And so let's go flash end of turn, put in Urza, pay blue, and then untap. And oh, I can't get Crater Hoof because Green Suns because it's in my graveyard, but I can get a Troxa. So let's go 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that right? Let's tap the Palantir. I think getting a Troxa is going to be the best here because I can find Mystic Confluence, hopefully. Yeah, so I got instant, creature, land, artifact, and land. I guess I'll get Thespian Stage, and then creature. No, I want Haywire Might. Okay. And land. Let's cast Haywire Might. Cast Candelabra. Let's see. I can untap Academy, and Academy currently taps for 6. Mystic Confluence. I could attack for 9. Is that right? I'm trying to think. How do I best take? I have 14 cards. I have to worry about Brain Freeze. So I kind of want to keep Confluence in hand because I can just win next turn. I'll definitely kill the Ruby here. And then let's go ahead and attack Jace the Mind Sculptor, attack Minskin Boo. And then I can attack Jace with these. And I can still cast Mystic Confluence here. Okay, I think that's the play. Yep, block Urza, that's fine. All right, Minskin Boo is down. Jace is on 1. Scry, bottom. I'll put Green Suns on the bottom as well. Oh, maybe I should have kept Green Suns actually, because if I keep Green Suns, then I get to Green Suns for World Spine Worm. Okay, so Palantir has 5 counters. You can't let me. You milled for 5? Oh, and he didn't hit the World Spine. Okay. The thing is, it's going to be kind of difficult to Brain Freeze me out because the World Spine Worm does some action there too. Okay, bounce my Atroxa. That's fine with me. I'm going to need more than that though, because I still have Mystic Confluence here off of Tolarian Academy. I guess Strip Mine can make that a little bit more awkward, but hasn't had that so far. He's got 4 cards in hand, probably has Brain Freeze back. I don't know if he's redrawn literally both cards off of the Jace. I guess the Brain Freeze is probably one of them. We'll see. Because you need to Brain Freeze for me. The thing is, Brain Freeze, I'll always have a card left, thanks to World Spine Worm. So it's pretty hard to kill me with Brain Freeze here. We'll see if Sam manages. Okay, Birds of Paradise, sure. That's 1 spell. Okay, pass the turn. take the turn here. So I could cast Atraxa. I'm gonna cast Retrofitter here. So my construct token is lethal, but I can't. I can't bounce the Sylvan Caryatid, so I just have to attack with this. Okay, that trumps, sure. Okay, so the question is, do I want to cast Atraxa? I think so. I don't even have to draw everything. Is that true? Is it good to cast Atraxa? I guess it gives me lethal next turn, so let's go. Oh wait, I actually can't cast Atraxa. Sorry, I can't untap the Mox twice. So let's just play this untapped and pass the turn. Okay, scry 2. Your brain freeze me. Okay. Mill 3 and mill 2 lands in a World Spine. Put on bottom, put on top. And then Sam has to let me draw here. But Retrofitter should be lethal next turn here. My 2 cards are World Spine Worm, I guess, is my top card. Oh, I guess was I supposed to? No, no matter what. I guess I was supposed to put top, but whatever. I think this should still be fine. I don't think he's got a way to. Does he have a way to make me draw cards at instant speed? I don't think so, but we'll see. Candelabra. Pay 1. Snapcaster Brain Freeze. Sure, that doesn't actually do it, I don't think. I mean, Brain Freezes me a bunch, but I just end up with a World Spine Worm. And then tap this, make a token. He's got 1 blocker. Untap. Sack a Servo. Untap. Sack a Thopter, make a 4/4. And untap, why not? Draw. Return to a creature, yep. I win. So bounce the Snapcaster, you block, and you take a bunch of damage. All right. Well, having World Spine Worm in my deck was pretty nice there. I do think I want Rex Sage in general here. I think that was sliding that in against him. And what was I taking out? Palantir was kind of interesting there. Flashing in Urza was pretty nice. Yeah, having World Spine Worm the whole time was awesome. And I think Hex Drinker's still good. She's got Strip Mine, which is really annoying, but I really can't do anything about that. Maybe the Palantir is the card to take out. All right. I could also take out the Depth Stage combo, but I'm not ready to do that. What is this? This hand seems okay. I get to go. It's not busted, but if I draw a Mox or something, obviously it goes pretty hard. Play Ketria Triumph, pass the turn. Turn 2, I get to go Bank Buster into Mox Opal being active. Still would love to see a Mox here. Land. I think I just play the Bank Buster. Pass the turn. Noble, sure. I'm going to sack this and get it back with Dub 6, sure. All right. Can I get an Academy or something? Elvish Mystic. Yeah, that's okay. I know it's going to get hit by the Wrenn and 6. I guess I should draw first. Is there anything else? I don't really want to green suns for anything else. Let's just draw first. All right, didn't draw anything of note. Yeah, I'll play the Mystic, sure. Pass the turn. This will at least give him a target for red and 6. It's that or it just sits in my hand doing nothing, so. What is this, Minskin Boo? I don't like that. Oh, Jace. Okay. Jace is a little better. Draw 3. So what I need to draw next turn is one of my big lands, or I just go Mox, Bauble, Island, pass, and I have Mystic Confluence up. Okay, Academy. Any Tolarian Academies. No Lotus Cobra, though. Lotus Cobra is kind of interesting. Oh, if I can crew Bankbuster this turn, I can kill Jace. I kind of like that. Land. So I do this. So I green suns for 3. And get Tireless Tracker. Play a land. Crew Tireless Tracker. Attack Jace. Okay, I like that. The other option, I guess, was I could have gone Cobra, land. Oh, maybe it would have been better to go Cobra, land, get Rexage for Urza Saga. I don't know. You can just get Urza Saga back with Ren and 6, though. Okay, what is this? Frantic Search. Okay. And as always, if I draw Tolarian Academy, things just get to go real nuts real quick. It gets to untap those 3, gets to get a land back with Ren and 6 if he wants. Oh, is this Pest Infestation? Damn. All right. Looks like a Pest Infestation to me. It looks like we're going to lose a bunch of stuff. Yep. All right. And then pull back a land. Sure. I think here I do crack the Bauble. Okay, Breach on top. Because I want to draw something. Oof, that wasn't a very good draw at all. I think I have to sack this, honestly. Stage. Cobra. Stage. Add mana. Investigate. Crack my clue. I don't really want to trade a Tireless Tracker for 4 pests here, I don't think. Yeah, we're running out of time here. To like at this point, the Academy is not even that good. I'm down to 0 artifacts. So at one point I had 4 in play. And he's got Breach in hand with Frantic Search. So this looks like it could be a dub. For Sam, I mean, not me. I can cast Mystic Confluence now, which that is a powerful card. Okay. Breach into Frantic Search, interesting. So I guess I'm getting brain freezed here probably. Oh wow. Loam with Frantic Search and Breach is pretty nice. Because now he gets to dredge Loam with the Frantic Search, then discard it, and it just completely fuels the Breach. Though I guess he needs to put another card in his graveyard here. Oh, this could be awkward for him. He can't sack the Waterlogged Grove because then he doesn't get blue mana off Frantic Search anymore. Huh. Oh, Explore. That should do it. Because then you get to Frantic Search here, untap the land. Let's see. I mean, I guess I'm pretty dead. So this is going to culminate in a brain freeze for my deck, probably. I mean, I guess I'll let Sam do the thing. So he's cast 3 spells so far. This will be 4 spells. I mean, he can cast 8 spells. The thing is also, depending on where the World Spine is in my deck, it's possible that Brain Freeze hits World Spine everything. It means each Brain Freeze could be as low as 2 cards milled. So that means we got to let him do some of this, because there is a chance that we don't get Brain Freezed for lethal here. Because he's bounded by the number of cards in his deck. He can't do this forever. Like, he can go through his whole deck, but there is a chance that the first freeze hits World Spine, it's shuffled back. Second freeze hits World Spine, shuffled back, so on and so forth. I don't know how many times we're going to need to hit World Spine in order for us to have a chance to win this game, but we'll have to see. It does have Memory Jar. I guess that's gone, and Sail to the West. So there's that. He's going to strip mine my lands, sure. And then Brain Freeze me for 8. Okay. Well, let's find out what happens, huh? Mill, hit World Spine. Oh, it didn't hit World Spine very many times, so I'm down to World Spine plus 1 card. And it was a Haywire Might. And at this point, because I don't have a way to get Academy or Cradle, I can't get up to enough mana to cast Crater Huff, so I lose this game. All right. Okay, that's a thing. Do I want Nissa in my deck as an additional win condition? Ren and 6 was pretty good that game. No, I don't think so. I think we're good. All right, I've got a 4-0 to win this draft. We're 3-0 in game 3 now. Let's just get a nice Academy draw, shall we? The other option is to take out Stage and Depths. But I don't know that... I mean, Strip Mine gets me pretty good no matter what, and the Strip Mine is kind of pressured by Academy, so I think it's okay to have those. We'll see. We'll see. All right, on the play. Any Moxes, Academies? No Moxes, but I'm going to keep this hand. Or no Academies, rather. Definitely Moxes. Okay, if I draw Flash or Tolarian Academy or Urza, I mean, all these cards are busted. Please don't have a turn 1 Ren and 6. Okay, that is acceptable. I think turn 2, I think I'm just going to level up Hex Drinker and put him in a position he needs to have something really fast to stop it. I could play Bankbuster and draw, but that seems a lot weaker than just pumping 4 levels into Hex Drinker and then next turn pumping 4 more. All right. Can I get a Tolarian Academy, though? That would be the dream. Dark Depths. Classic. All right. We're just going to go for Mini Progenitus here. Attack you for 4. And then just go for it again. Explore, sure. No Strip Mine. And Exploration. Oh, he has the Strip Mine, so he has 1 turn. Land. Oh, that was a Tolarian Academy. There was that. All right. So tap this. Level up. Level up. Level up. Level up. And attack for 6. And then now I have a 1,000,000 mana and a 6/6 Progenitus. It's going to be pretty hard for him to kill me from here. And even if he does, I've got this Bankbuster going. All right, well, drawing Academy was pretty nice. I even drew it the turn after he was forced to use Strip Mine. I might not get to Academy again, but he gets 1 more turn before he just dies. Ether Channeler, sure. Draw card. Okay, land and birds, 1 card in hand. There's Thespian Stage, so let's draw with the Bankbuster here. Let's play Stage, and that'll be our backup here. Put you to 4 and I'm just going to pass because if he memory jars, then I want to have mana up for Mystic Confluence. I could have copied the Waterlogged Grove, but I don't think it's going to come to that. All right. That will do it, I think. It looks like Hex Drinker is going to take it home, and it's going to be pretty hard for Sam to brain freeze me out here, given the World Spine Worm. So this was the ultimate victory, honestly. Like, this was just we got to have our cake and eat it too. Look, Gaia's Cradle Tolarian Academy, just the game, and this deck went 4-0. Had it, lost a couple games, had some close ones, but honestly, it was just fantastic and just had everything going for it. Super clean, opening double mocks, getting past Academy, getting past Cradle, getting a late retrofitter, and just going to town. So this is the platonic ideal of the deck I want to draft in Cube, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for hanging out with me while I got to do busted stuff, and today was a good day. New video up tomorrow. Check on back. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.